Wave your hand. Yeah, these are the awesome designers of this vehicle. So we helped them out for the car that you saw at Pebble Beach. So we debuted this car at Pebble Beach back in August. I don't really need to say much about this car. With a sports car, you should be able to just look at it and feel that it looks great. And if it looks really, really cool, then we did our job as a design team. So the big difference between the Pebble Beach car and the car that you're seeing today, of course, is the interior. The car that we debuted at Pebble Beach had no interior. Now we're showing you one today. So I want to start with the interior because it looks just as cool as the exterior. The interior is all about focusing on the driving experience, but involving both driver and passenger, yet giving them two unique spaces. So the driver is wrapped in this beautiful cocoon with all the controls directly in front of the driver, so you can focus on the track ahead. But there's a really interesting graphic that spans the instrument panel and ties into the passenger space, which is a completely different color denoting the passenger zone. Well, the great thing about that is you get two experiences, but you both get involved in the driving experience. So, any other information?
Actually, I am prohibited to say anything.
Okay. I'll say it for you. I think it's really cool. And yeah, the lighting is really great. And I used as a mentor for one time. So anyway, I think the interior is really stunning. It's really beautiful. Also, we added two sky roofs, one over the driver, one over the passenger, to bring the outside in. It opens up the cabin. By doing that, the other difference between the Pebble Beach car and this car is we changed the cabin structure. So the drone stays. The drone is really cool. It's a high-speed drone that launches at speed, and it follows the car on the track. So it can record your track day, or it can plan the perfect line on the track ahead. So input that data and then tell you, oh, take this apex, brake here, take this corner. Your lap times can get better. I think it's really cool. We moved the airflow control to the rear of the glass. I think this car is really, really sexy. It's all about beautiful form that hugs the wheels at all four corners. We also integrated full aero control into this design, but not in a tacked-on way like a Formula One car. All the aerodynamic control and the airflow in this vehicle is beautifully integrated into the overall form language. When you walk around the front, you'll see that we have the lighting signature out to the corner. That's something that you'll see on all the concepts today. There's airflow sculpture on the hood. One feature that I personally love is the integrated mirror, and we designed that mirror to be across all the Lexus concepts today. So you'll notice that mirror design is on the Sport concept, on LS concept, and on LS Coupe concept. But check it out, there's no parting line. It's actually formed and molded into the door panel, and then suspended from the mirror is, instead of from the wing, is this mirror camera that's actually an activated wing that controls airflow around the shoulder of the car depending on cornering speed.
Oh wait.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
You check out when you look at the airflow control, there's dimpled surfaces it's like a golf ball that helps control airflow around the car. My favorite thing, though, besides that mirror, is this rear shoulder. Designers love rear shoulders because it makes the car look strong, really emotional, really beautiful. The wing is artfully integrated into that shoulder. And check it out, there's actually airflow from the front, the rear pillar, out the exit over the wing through that rear shoulder. So if you come here and you look, he likes operating the wing.
Right.
But check out the airflow through there. It's really, really cool. Again, it's air control that's also beautifully done. And I think that's really great about Lexus is we care about those details. It's almost like we talk about details that are unseen. Those are equally as important to us as the seen details. Finally, regarding this concept, I just want to bring your attention to the rear fog and the high-speed brake lamp. We carried that across this car into the LS Coupe concept. It's an homage to the LFA. So if you remember, the LFA had 3 exhaust tips. We've taken that into the digital era and created a digital signature that pays homage to the LFA, but in a different way. So this, ladies and gentlemen, Lexus Sports concept. Also, the wheels are really cool. So down. So we're going to go to the back side. So this is the LS concept. And as Simon mentioned today, LS no longer stands for luxury sedan, but in this vehicle's case, it stands for luxury space. And why do I say luxury space? Well, this is kind of Akio's dream, right? He wanted a place of serenity and calm and privacy in the midst of busy Tokyo, to go from Tokyo to Fuji Speedway. And so the idea was 6 wheels. Crazy, right? Well, why is that? If we make the rear wheels small in the back, there's no wheelhouse intrusion into the rear cabin. So you actually can maximize interior space in the back and create the ultimate interior expression of space. Additionally, it provides ultimate stability at speed, at braking, at cornering, so because it's very stable in the rear. And plus, it just creates a really cool signature, right? The design, exterior design is very clean. It's non-automotive. It's really inspired by architecture. And it's really important in a vehicle in an urban environment to be very sheer and very clean because it reflects the environment around it. And the core of this design is the door. So the door is really a portal to the interior space. It slides open dramatically. It's framed by light. And once you look at that door opening, all of a sudden this beautifully warm interior that's captivating invites you to come in, and you are totally involved and enclosed in this beautiful space that's inspired by modern Japanese architecture, but also inspired by ancient Japanese craft. So, the LS concept. Why do we have those horizontal stripes? Actually, on the interior, there's a handmade slotted bamboo shade. And that's inspired by the old houses from Kyoto, and those slots allow you to see out, but to keep people from looking in, and also helps cool the interior, so it's both artistic and functional. Finally, regarding the front, it's a very bold statement, right? It's very powerful, and then we want to make a statement in the urban environment. And one thing we tried to do with evolving the Lexus spindle identity is to take it away from being a grille and using a lighting signature to help create the spindle. So you can see actually these two cars, there's no typical center grille, but we moved the spindle to the outside, creating a spindle frame. It's no longer a spindle grille, and we're using the DRL identity, a lighting identity, to create the Lexus signature. So that's what we're trying to do as a design team for the next step. I think it's really cool, instantly recognizable, right? You're not going to mistake this for anything else on the road. And I think as a whole, for the Lexus brand, you're going to see that we're trying to be innovative, avant-garde, adventurous, and challenging. Century moving to the pinnacle of the brand, totally traditional upmarket, allows Lexus to be exciting and try to take some risks. So everything you see today is all about taking the brand in that new direction. So that is LS concept. So next, I'm going to take you to LS Coupe concept. So we think that we have a flagship lineup. We're talking about the 360-degree ecosystem, right? So there's not one answer for what flagship works everywhere. So maybe that flagship works in Asia, or like Tokyo or Shanghai or Manila. Also could work in Europe and America. But some customers want something completely different. So we made a different type of flagship, and that's the LS Coupe concept. And imagine, we use the word discover duality. And duality means taking two things and putting it in one product. So we have the interior space of an executive sedan with the style and the driving performance of a coupe. Quick way to think about it is Lexus LS plus Lexus LC gives you this in a more and in a package that's actually more useful. The interior volume on this car actually exceeds an executive sedan in every executive sedan, in every dimension, but it's wrapped in this really sexy styling. Again, the front end, we call it the spin, we have the spindle on the outside framing the front end. It's very clean, it's very smooth. The hood is really, really sculptural. Again, we're trying to use airflow like the Lexus Sport concept in a more beautiful way. Here, check out the interior. So the interior, and you can see the color, material, and finish. We really unified and made a holistic message regarding Japan craft. So we're using bamboo-inspired materials and colors to create this unified message. When you get into the car, the steering yoke and the nested screens, we call them the butterfly screens, they actually come towards you, signaling that it's time to drive. The interior is very clean, it's very sculptural, the craft is exquisite. The driver's seat is for performance. The passenger seat is for comfort. The rear passengers are for ultimate comfort. So you actually can choose between a bench seat configuration, or the center armrest pops up and it becomes a dual bucket seat. The rear passenger is enclosed in this bamboo architecture. It's handcrafted, it's handmade, and like the LS concept, it kind of signifies that we are still a brand that's focused on craft, takumi. It's important to us as a brand message. But the material is also sourced locally, so bamboo is sustainable, and we have our own bamboo forest, so we're growing that. The leather is sustainable. Even the instrument panel structure is made out of recycled carbon fiber, and inside it, you can see some of it on the edge of the instrument panel. That's actually inlaid mother of pearl, or in Japanese we call that raden. So we embed mother of pearl into the design to create the next level up luxury. So the car is very expressive. It has beautiful form language, beautiful highlight control. Again, those shoulders that I said designers love, right? So it has the same kind of rear shoulder presence as the Lexus Sport concept, but we terminate it in a different way. So the whole form shows speed. It's flowing towards the back. And then like a WEC car, we terminate it at the rear in a really modern perimeter design. For the tail lamp, it's a new expression for Lexus lighting identity. And you may be wondering, where's the trunk separation line? Well, this car actually features a pull-out drawer. So it pulls out and then down, and it still can carry 4 golf bags, for those of you that golf. But check out the rear. I really love this view of the car. It's really emotional. Again, we use the same drone as the Lexus Sport concept, but in this car's case, it's to help you plan the journey ahead. It's also, you can see the drone view. When you're in the rear seat, there's 2 screens in front of the rear passenger. The drone can transmit that footage to the rear passenger, and it's also for security. You can use it to kind of protect your vehicle. And the same thing, like the Sport concept, we use that LFA heritage-inspired design, but in a new digital way. Finally, I want to move to probably the most challenging concept, but the one that I feel really passionate about. This is the LS Micro concept, and it's all about, could we take the essence of the LS concept and transfer that to an ultra-luxury bespoke mobility solution for one person. So imagine that's a huge amount of space. This is a huge amount of space for one person to travel point to point. We call it, sorry, not kilometers, but we call it last mile. Also, this is for urban zones like in Europe and Asia that are starting to say no more cars. This would work in that environment, and also for roads that are really thin, like Tokyo, some parts of Beijing, Hong Kong. This is perfect size for that. It's a non-automotive shape. So this car, right, it's like automotive, it's sports car. This car is all about architecture. I told the design team no car styling, right? So we don't want to make something cute. This has to be really cool and like a jewel box. So this design taste is all about architecture. It reflects the urban environment around it. And the space is to maximize interior volume for the passenger, their luggage, and the drive system. Also, the screens are flat because this thing's fully autonomous, by the way, but it's gesture control on the screen, but check out how luxurious the interior looks. So the interior is really a new expression of luxury for one. So we use the same materials again, handcrafted bamboo, handcrafted glass, sustainably sourced bamboo leather and material. I really love the waterfall behind the seat. It reflects into the ceiling, creating a sense of infinite space. So when you're inside this vehicle, you feel like you're in your own private luxury hotel suite. Yet you're traveling, at 50 kilometers an hour across Tokyo from point to point. When this actually opens, we're keeping it open today, but it does open like a jewel box. When it opens, the seat comes to you. You get in, and then the seat goes back. And then finally, I want to come to the rear view, which is my favorite. So again, reflecting its urban environment, we make the Lexus mark vertical. So it's not horizontal. We actually go vertically like the buildings in a city. And again, it's a strong motif planted on 3 wheels. And again, it just reflects the environment that it's in. Eventually you'll see it on the movie. It looks really, really cool in the movie. I really think this thing is interesting. And then finally, if you turn around, this is the Lexus catamaran concept. So the catamaran is using our technology to reimagine a fully autonomous way to sail. So imagine you could sail this, say in the Mediterranean, with one person as your crew, right? But it's sustainable, and it uses the same form language in material design as all the Lexus concepts that you see today. So the form language mimics the LS Micro and the LS concept. The interior of the catamaran has the same color, material, and finish as our other concepts today. So I think what we're trying to show is a 360 degrees vision of mobility for Lexus. That's a very cohesive and unified statement, which I love seeing endlessly in this movie.
What is that?
Actually, I haven't gotten tired of it yet.
What's that tower for?
Oh, so these are, it's a new type of sail design. It uses wind. It's kind of like a wind speed collector, and it powers the boat silently. So it acts like a sail, but it's not a sail.
It's like an arrow.
Yeah. And that is it. That is it. I mean, there's a lot of details, but I would be talking to you guys all day.
We got some time for the Q&A. The sound level's not bad here.
No, I'm feeling good here. Oh, look how cool it looks. Yeah. This is LS Micro.
If you guys have questions for him, please ask. We'll try to round those up here for a few minutes.
All right.
Questions for Ian?
Yeah, so we can stand back here.
Yeah.
Quite a while.
28 years.
How significant do you think these designs are in history?
To me, this is really significant. Couple reasons. First time is it's the first time we've created a whole ecosystem for our luxury brand. I think that's really important. Number two, this is really design driven. Everything that you see in the display today really is powered by the design group, working closely with the head of Lexus and Akio, but really trying to create a vision of the future that takes it away from being traditional and trying something new and challenging. And maybe some people don't get it, but we think it's time to take some risks and to try something new. And as a designer, it's what keeps my job fresh. I think if I was doing the same thing every year for 28 years, I would not be here with you today. And I've never, our teams, my team, we've never done anything like this. We've been working for the past couple of years on this, and it's still exciting to see it come to fruition. So for me, yeah, this is really important.
What are some things you think you couldn't have gotten away with 5 years, 10 years ago?
I think everything you see. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I don't think we would have pulled this off 5 years ago.
All these concepts will be electric?
We don't know yet. These are all studies, but we're a company that's open to different powertrain sources. We call it the multi-pathway direction. So we have great BEV technology. We have great plug-in technology. We're the masters of the hybrid system and ICE. So really each each model could have a different powertrain based on the customer and the customer's choice. So we haven't settled on anything yet. We're still in the early days of studying these concepts and to see what the reaction is. Like, what do our customers think? What do you guys think? You know, and so anyway, long story short, we're open. We're studying lots of different options.
Was it really necessary to spin off Century into a standalone brand in order to give you the space to do all this? Because Lexus is...
At first I wasn't sure, but honestly I think it helped us a lot as a brand, and it really made the brand separation much more clear. Because Lexus doesn't need to now aspire to the ultra traditional luxury space. Century is really bespoke. We talk about I'm blanking out. One of one. It really is about speccing your own car to exactly what you want in every single way. And those cars are hand built. We make 3 or we make 8 a day? I can't remember. 3. We make 3 Centuries a day. We make thousands of Toyotas a day, hundreds of Lexus a day, but 3 of those. So that being in that space allows us to also move up, but in a different zone. A more adventurous and risk-taking zone where we can try things like a mobility system, because we also have our core bread and butter cars, which are selling like crazy, right? NX, RX, ES, LBX, LM in these markets. We're selling everything we can make. So that gives us freedom to try something a little bit more experimental and bold, just above that, but just underneath Century. So as a design team working on the Lexus ecosystem, I'm really grateful for that car because it allowed us to do LS Micro and a catamaran and a house and basically a sports car and then a lifted sports coupe and a 6-wheeled luxury space. So,
are there export intentions for Century?
I don't know yet. It's open. That's a good question for Akio. Yeah.
If I see him, I'll ask him.
Yeah, if you see him, ask him. Or I'll pass it along. Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
ask, how has...
hey, you.
Yeah.
Yo,
Back
you got
again.
twice.
With new technology like AI, new design models and stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
how does that affect design with Lexus?
Well, AI, whether you like it or not, it is in the design process now. It's definitely speeding up the process, but our designers we still create by ourselves. Where we utilize AI is really in presentation. We can present an idea that's more realistic, quicker, but the design process is still human driven. And actually, the original idea for LS Micro, it's like a little marker, like a Sharpie marker doodle that I did on a piece of paper that we stuck on a wall, and then we picked it, and then now it's there. So there's nothing like a human hand to pen and paper. I'm a pen and paper guy. But AI definitely allows us to take that sketch and then make it seem more real a lot quicker. And then we can make a decision faster. And that's where it's helping us.
Lexus is so synonymous with craftsmanship.
Yeah.
How do you find that balance between digital as well as that Takumi?
I think, for example, in an aesthetic point of view, sometimes we're aiming for a more digitized design taste, like that vehicle right there, or the light signature on the coupe concept or LS concept. But there's kind of a movement back to handmade. When everything's becoming digital and AI, I think the value of human craft is more important and more valuable than ever, especially in the luxury space.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What the real idea or function with 6 wheels in your LS concept?
So the 6 wheels in LS concept, number one, it was about space, maximizing interior space on the rear of the vehicle. So if you imagine this is that concept with no water. This is normal, right? This is that concept. So all of a sudden you have maximum space in the rear to stretch out and to relax and to be cool and feel comfortable. But it also really maximizes and stabilizes the driving experience. So there's no pitch and yaw, braking, accelerating. There's no roll this way. So it's a really incredibly serene driving experience. So yeah. Good?
Great.
All right, everybody.
All right.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I hope you enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Appreciate it.